What if the throne was never meant for you, but you took it anyway? What if the desire for power was stronger than loyalty, stronger than family? Because there was a man who refused to be overlooked, and what he did to become king would change everything. Come with me into the story. Gideon was gone. The man God had raised, the man who had led Israel, was no longer there. And without a leader, the people began to drift. They forgot the God who had saved them. They turned back to the very things they had once destroyed. And in that silence, in that absence of direction, something dangerous began to grow. Because while everyone else was forgetting, there was someone who was watching, someone who had been waiting, a son who did not want to be overlooked. His name was Abimelech. And his story is not about calling, it is about taking. Abimelech did not come from nowhere. He was the son of Gideon, but not like the others. So while Gideon's many sons were raised in his household, Abimelech was born to a concubine. His mother lived in Shechem, and that mattered. Because Shechem was not just a city, it was a place of history, a place of divided loyalties, a place where Israel lived too closely with the surrounding nations. Abimelech grew up between two words, close enough to Gideon's name to claim it, but far enough to feel excluded from it. He was Gideon's son, but he was also an outsider. And when Gideon died, Abimelech saw something others did not. He saw an opportunity. No judge remained. No clear leader rose. Israel drifted. And in that drifting, Abimelech made his move. Abimelech did not stay where he was. He went to Shechem, to his mother's people, the place where he believed he would be accepted. And when he got there, he spoke to them carefully, deliberately. He said, "Which is better for you, that 70 men rule over you, or just one?" And then he reminded them, "I am your flesh, your blood." And those words changed everything, because instead of choosing what was right, they chose what felt familiar. So they gave him silver, not ordinary silver, but silver taken from the temple of Baal, money meant for worship, now placed in the hands of a man seeking power. And with that silver, Abimelech hired men, not men of honor, not men who feared God, but reckless, worthless men. Men who would follow him for a price. And they followed him because they had been paid. What comes next is not sudden, it is intentional, and it will show us what happens when power is taken and not given. This is Neka Oko's Bible Stories. Follow for part 2. Remain blessed.